kidding.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
So good you guys started on Martin. Sorry to interrupt there, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Go-
we
Tell
got to
me-
get Martin to go in here.
both introduce yourselves to the camera.
Yeah. Go ahead, George. You're older than me.
Now, what am I supposed to do now?
Introduce yourselves to the camera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my name is George D. Kane.
And how did you know Martin, George?
Well, Martin and I go way back into the 50s. We were in the same class at Mulridge High School. Graduated together.
And how was he as a high school student? If someone asked you to describe him, what would you say?
Well, I tell you what, Martin was, he never went out for any athletics. But I think because one of the reasons is his dad had this tire shop, and I think after school he had to go down there and recap tires.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
where the rest of us were out for football, track, basketball, and all that stuff. So, but I don't think Martin was really interested in sports anyway.
He liked racing cars.
He liked cars,
he was a
and
car.
he was into that stuff, you know. He's one of the only ones in high school that had a car
Okay.
back then. A good buddy of mine, this Hess Huber, had a brand new Mercury, 1950 Mercury, but he for sure is the only one that ever had a brand new car going to high school. But Martin, he was one of the few that had a car in high school. I can't remember some of the other ones.
Yeah.
Was he good in school, Martin, or was he
Well,
average?
I don't know. I don't think he was much better than I was. He was. We just got by, I think.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I was more interested in stuff, other stuff than doing my schoolwork. Martin was probably the same way.
So he liked
We did
cars and
we did graduate though.
sure. Now Martin liked girls then too, didn't he?
Well, I
Or
don't
did he
know.
talk
I
that
tell
much
you
about
what,
it?
he never had a girlfriend that I know of in high school. But as I say, you know, he was in that tire shop most of the time
Mm-hmm.
when he wasn't in school.
And then Jerry, introduce yourself for us.
Okay. If I'm Jerry Schock.
And how did you know Martin?
Well, I knew Martin. Actually, my dad worked for Martin's dad in the tire shop. Jake,
Okay.
I don't know if you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember your
But-
dad way back.
But I just knew Martin a long time when we moved to town. He was good. Martin was really a nice guy, you know. He never. Let's see, what should I say? But he was good. Martin was good, and like George said, you know, he had his car,
Mm-hmm.
and he never. I don't know what to say. He was just a good person. Martin was all through school.
yeah, he was. What was that? A 30? It was either a 30. I think it was a 37 Ford.
I think so.
Either a 36 or a 37.
Yeah.
But he.
I always took Martin as a man who would call a spade, though, right?
Well,
Wouldn't
yeah.
mince words if
He was just that kind of a guy. I don't know what to, you know. He didn't really. You know, I didn't even know. We got out of the service.
Mhm.
We'd go up sometimes and visit Martin. He didn't run around much. I didn't even know he was going with. Nobody knew he was going with Joni when they were going out.
Okay.
You know, he was that kind of a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they were married. They, you know, and didn't even know that they were really going together.
Mhm.
Because he never really came downtown much, Martin.
No, he didn't.
He didn't, you know, in the bars or anything.
Well, you know, we used to go to Glenham. Remember that,
Yeah,
Jerry? And,
yeah.
and Martin never was around.
No,
for none of
he
that.
didn't. I don't think he drank. Did Martin? George really drank. I don't think Martin drank or smoked.
Really?
I
Yeah.
really-
They had beer in the refrigerator and stuff, and the kids sometimes would have a couple of beers. But
Yeah,
I can't picture.
because he never.
Well, he never hung around. Well, I tell you what, there was a guy from here and come up here when we was about juniors or seniors, moved up here. He had that 41 Buick, and his dad got transferred up here for the gamble store. I mean, working in the gamble store. He was an assistant manager, and he was quite a car guy too.
Martin's
And-
dad?
No,
I'm sorry, lost track.
Kurt Rohr was his name, and then his dad got into the Texaco station there, and we hung around that Texaco station, and of course Martin had his car over there a lot, you know, and them too. And you know the city cops used to kind of keep their eye on Martin because he kind of liked to hot rod around town, you know. One time he made a big U-turn down at the end of Main Street and kind of spun around there, and he looked up and seen the cops way down there coming that way, so he jumped out of his car, opened the hood, started fiddling around with the carburetor. He was going to tell him that his feet got stuck.
This was in Mowbridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Martin.
And Martin, one time I was with him, he had a little hose going to the carburetor. And he'd get a little bottle of this upper lube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you used to pour that in the carburetor real slow. It oiled up your upper lube, or upper parts of your, you know, like your tappets and stuff. And he'd wait till somebody got right behind him, and he'd pour a whole bottle of that down through a funnel down into his carburetor, and the smoke would just come out of the back of that car.
Yeah.
But he used to like to pull stuff like that, Martin did.
Oh yeah, he had a good sense of humor, Martin.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
as far, you know, I worked with him out at the base.
Right.
Martin run the body shop out there, and like I said, he was a good friend. I had the truck that we went to the missiles. I was in a hurry, and our shop was kind of on a slope. Well, I went in, didn't put it in gear. It rolled back into the building and wrecked the tailgate and the bumper. And you don't know the trouble you had to go through when you wrecked a vehicle out there for the government. But I took it down to Martin, the body shop. He took it in and changed the back bumper and the tailgate in about a half hour, and I took off. Nobody said a word. Yeah,
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
yeah, he was so good.
Well, I remember a time too when he worked at Red's Body Shop in Mowbridge
Yeah.
before they moved to
You mean for Jack Job?
Jack Job.
Yeah.
Not Red. It
Yeah.
was Jack Job.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a Volkswagen Bug, and I could never get the hood closed right. So I was in Mowbridge with it one time, and I said, I'm going to go out and see Martin, see if he can fix this hood so it closes better. I drives out there, and I says, hey, Martin, I said, this hood don't close with the damn, I said. And he looked at the piece that goes down in there where I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
He just took his hand, he looked at it and it was crooked. He took his hand and bent that thing straight and closed the hood. He
Yeah.
said, there.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I can't believe it. I've been putting up with that crap all that time. And
Yeah.
all he did is bend that thing back.
Yeah. Yeah. He was quite a
Yeah.
party
Yeah.
in the Marines but
Yeah.
he joined first the Marines there in Mowbridge. Then we all,
Yeah, I don't know when he went in.
I don't know, but I thought he was with you, but like you said
No.
there, he wasn't stationed at Camp Pendleton. He was down to,
Yeah, he was. I know he was in the East Coast.
yeah,
that
see, I didn't know that till he,
Marine Corps base there. Where in the heck is that? Is it in North Carolina or South Carolina?
Camp Lejeune or down
Yeah,
there, was
Camp
he?
Lejeune. That's
Was he?
it. Yep.
I always said, Marty, he always said, when we was talking, I said, I wish you wouldn't have joined the Marines. We all went in after you did. He said, yeah, I should have never did that. but yeah, so, I don't know.
He had kind of a temper on him sometimes. Did you ever see him get mad?
By God, I never ever seen him
never
get mad,
seen
to tell you
Martin
the
Is that
truth.
bad. He was
Interesting.
just like I said, easy. I don't know. He
Mhm.
was too easy going.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he
Uh,
seemed to be pretty easy going.
What I mean by that is that he would, I think, he rode it pretty stable or anything, but if something finally irritated him enough, he got
Oh,
frustrated
probably.
with people
Probably.
and things. But
But I never, out there, like I said, I worked with him, and I probably seen Martin just about every day for
Mhm.
20 years.
Mhm.
He was always. Matter of fact, I just told Luann that Martin looked so good for his age.
Mhm.
Damn it, he never
Yeah.
changed really.
Yeah.
And then he had that darn heart attack or something, and he went down
Stroke, yes.
just like next time I seen him, he was really, in bad shape, really.
Mhm.
Because he looked, he always worked, always had a smile on his face. Not like me. I hated work, George. But yeah. So I don't know. It was.
Yeah, no, he liked working on the cars. He didn't like the drive out to the base. And Margie would talk about how he'd come home grumbling about,
Really?
yeah, the drive and the
Yeah.
people, maybe a little ice on the road, and everyone was going super
No
slow
kidding,
or
yeah.
something. Like, okay.
No, I never heard Martin grumble.
Huh.
Never. He never.
No, I didn't either.
He, like I said, I'd see him every day, and most of the civil service workers, they didn't really do a lot, but they grumbled all day. We had to do this, and come down and see Martin. He'd, like I said, we'd bring a car in there, and he'd hop right on it and fix it up. Because it was a big deal when you'd wreck like I said, wreck a car. God, you had so much paperwork to fill out. And,
Oh yeah, I suppose.
but Martin would always fix it up and never say nothing, and fix it up good.
Mhm.
I mean, So I don't know what to say, Jeff. I think that's about it for.
Yeah, I can't really think of
No.
anything else.
Well, like I
because-
said, Martin didn't come downtown. We'd have stories in a bar.
Yeah.
But he never.
There was this little couple bars out east of Mobridge there in town of Glenham. We used to go there,
Yeah.
and drink beer and party there at Adams. But Martin never. I don't ever remember
No.
Martin going over there.
The only thing I told you that Martin, we had this crazy guy in Mowbray, Tony Keller.
Oh,
He wasn't
yeah.
crazy, but you could write there was a few stories about him we could tell. Tony was the wildest kid, and Martin raced him back he had a 58 Oldsmobile in reverse. Martin raced him back from Glenham. Martin was going straight. Tony was in reverse in his 48 Oldsmobile, I think.
I can't believe a
Yeah.
car would go that fast in
I know,
reverse.
that was
I know the
Tony.
Oldsmobiles had that Rocket 88 in
Uh-huh.
them.
Oh,
They
that
had
was the
quite an
craziest. But
But in reverse?
yeah, that's the truth. But like I say, yeah, well, I never seen Martin in a bar. I don't think. I don't really.
I don't either. I tell you the truth, I don't either.
Of course, I didn't go in a bar that much, so I don't know. Really.
You never. Just once in a. In fact, I think I only seen you in a bar once.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a pretty good time back then in the 50s. I'll tell you, that was.
that was a good time to be alive. Really.
That's right.
So you enjoyed
50s.
Mobridge?
Oh
And you-
yeah. I thought Mobridge was a good small town.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was good. I had a lot of fun in Mowbridge, but we couldn't get no work there or anything. And
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
even when Marty, when he first went to work, I think it was for the Corps of Engineers. Martin did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I come out here, and he was at the base before he got on as the body guy at the body shop.
I think that was the early 70s, right?
Yeah,
1970s.
because I got out there in '70.
Well, I think didn't Martin and Joni get married out here?
I don't
Or was
know.
it in Mobridge?
I think
In Mowbridge.
Oh, it was in
Uh,
Mobridge. Okay.
Margie, my wife, lived there till she was 5 or 6 years old, and then they moved to
Oh,
Rapid
okay.
City.
Yeah.
She was born in '67, so that's why I was guessing early '70s is when they came to Rapid. And their
Really?
home was up over here, and it was brand new and just they were
Really?
being built.
Yeah.
And they went and looked at model homes and chose the home that they
Yeah,
could
see,
afford.
I kind of remember when they first moved down here. My oldest boy and Martin and Joni's oldest boy, I can't remember his name.
Dave?
It was Dave, yeah,
Yes.
David. They were in the same, about same age, and they went to Grandview over here, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know their kids that well, you know.
Yeah, I never knew.
And
any
we
of the
only
kids.
lived not too far apart, but when you're working, you know, every day you come home from work and you got your few chores to do, and you know, I never seen Martin that much until after I retired.
Mhm.
And he'd come by here and he bought that what was
Corvette?
that?
A Corvette.
Corvette, yeah,
Yeah.
that Corvette, and we used to go for a ride in that every once in a while.
Right?
Yeah, you came out to our place. One
That's
time
right,
and I wasn't there. Martin had that cap on with a ponytail.
Yep, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That looked funny. But I wasn't home.
Well,
like you
we
guys.
seen you that day,
Yeah.
though. Remember?
Coming from the Flying J.
Yeah, you was
I
in
was
your
at-
little festiva.
Was I?
Yeah, you're because I knew you had that at that time. I knew you had that festiva, and I
Yeah.
knew what color it was. And I said,
Yeah.
there's Jerry right there."
Yeah.
We kind of run you down. I
Yeah.
don't know if you was going
I
home
could,
or where you was going.
Probably to video
Yeah.
lottery. But yeah, Martin had that cap with the, remember with the, and I don't know what he did. I think he gave his Corvette to his boy.
His boy bought it from him.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
And he's still working on it.
Honest?
Steve, their second oldest son, has it in Denver, yes.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was near.
Martin.
Then there's Oakley.
Which is-
Oakley was a good football
Grandson.
player for
Yes.
Central.
Yes.
Was he?
Yeah,
Martin's
he-
boy.
No, it was
Grandson.
his grandson.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Now,
Mhm.
who was their parents? Oakley.
That's David's boy.
That's David's boy. Okay.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'm gonna change the. Did you know Joni's brothers? Any of the Johnson boys? Did you get to know any of them?
I know the one that's the motorcycle.
Bruce, probably.
Bruce, yes.
Yeah, we
And
was
he
good
stops by
friends.
still.
Bruce-
Okay.
Oh yeah, I knew him pretty well. He worked construction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did, and then we come back to Mobridge in the fall.
Okay.
And I actually seen him once up here, George. We went up there. Bruce was there.
Well, we was over to Martin's
Yeah.
at one time. Was that him that
Yeah,
was
that
there?
was-
That's
that was
what I
Bruce.
thought.
I
yeah.
want to say that's how Martin met Joni is through Joni's brother. That
Really?
Martin was friends with.
Huh.
I'm not sure which brother, but was friends with him, and then
Well,
he knew
and then-
the little sister Joni and was asking about her, and
Huh.
started going out.
I'll be darned. And Joe just died now in Mobridge. He was a young brother.
Yeah, the one that went blind.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did he?
Are we talking? Martin had a brother named Joe,
Yeah, you're right.
And-
I
and
knew
he was
him.
blind,
I knew
yes.
Martin's sister.
and he went blind.
Yep, you sure did.
And then I'm sorry, were you talking about Joni's brother,
Yeah,
Joe? Okay,
yeah.
now I don't know that joke. Yeah.
Yeah, he just died there
Okay.
in Mobridge. I seen in Jack gave me a Mobridge paper of my brother. But yeah, Bruce and Joe, I knew them well.
Now, what about Martin's parents? What could you say about Martin's parents, mother or father? Did you know them very
Boy,
well? or-
I didn't know
Well,
him.
I knew his dad. From my dad worked for.
Yeah,
Martin's.
that's
and how would
right.
you describe
but I-
Martin's dad?
Yeah, but I never did see his mother.
No, I don't think I did either. I do know that Martin's dad flew that airplane
Mhm.
because he used to fly down to Midland and take them baths, because he had arthritis real bad.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, well he
And
must.
he had that airplane.
Yeah, he must have been kind of something because I see too in the paper. Him and John Almond would go rattlesnake hunting.
Oh yeah.
Martin's dad, yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was his first name? And all. So he was kind of up into the. He was kind of what do you say with the big wheels, and he
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
just a tire guy.
No, he
You
must
know.
have got out a little
Yeah,
bit.
he
you know,
did.
because-
He got out quite a bit, but Martin's mother, I never.
No, I
Never heard him talk about his mother or father or refer to him, good nor bad, huh?
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
never
know
really-
Martin was telling me one time about his dad flying that airplane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Martin said it's funny he didn't kill himself in that airplane because he'd land in the fields, you know,
Yeah.
and all that. And of course he took them. He learned to fly because he wanted to get down and take them hot spring baths down Midland down there. And that's actually why he bought that
Yeah.
plane and learned to fly. You could just get in that plane and no
Yeah.
time flat, be down there,
Yeah.
and then back, you know. And he'd go quite often.
Yeah. See, I never knew that really.
That part. But I knew things about his dad like that, but I never really knew him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
So,
like I said, I never heard, my old man never talked
Yeah.
about Martin's dad, you know, or and he worked for him. But he worked hard. Martin's dad, you recap them big truck tires
yeah.
and big. That was hard work.
You ain't kidding.
I can see Martin's dad right now. Really, what he was a kind of a taller, big guy.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, but his
Martin
mother-
always had recaps on his 37 Ford too.
Yeah.
Boy, he had a good set of recaps
Oh,
on
yeah.
there, boy.
Yeah.
Funny he didn't spin them off of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you knew Joni then?
No.
Not sure.
No.
You know?
I didn't know him at all.
Okay.
But I knew, like I said, I knew the Johnson boys.
Okay.
Bruce, I guess I should say. I didn't know Joe yet.
Okay.
I knew him kind of after I.
So how big is Mopridge in the early 50s then? What was it, a bigger town
very
obviously
big,
than it
was
is now?
Well,
Couple
it's
thousand.
bigger. It was bigger then than it is
Was it?
now.
Right?
Was it?
Yeah, because they had MDU there, and they had the telephone company there, and what else? They had. They had big outfits there that all closed down, you know. And then,
a
of
movie.
course, the railroad. That it was a big railroad town. See?
Yeah, they had a big turn.
And then
You had a
when,
movie theater there.
they still got the same movie
right.
theater, Mascot Theater.
Because
It's still
Martin
there.
told me stories about going there, and the guy would sell the unpopped popcorn from the bottom of the tray for 5 cents or something
10
like
cents across you for
Bart
them.
say they'd just buy a big bunch of those and sit and crunch on those as they watch the movie. And then he'd
What
go
do
up
you
to
call
the
them? Old
balcony.
maids. Old maids.
Homemade, yes.
You
And
get
he'd-
a sack of
Martin
old
say
maids
go to
for
the
10
balcony
cents.
with him, and the guy would say, "Now don't you dare be spitting those or throwing them on the customer." I go, "Oh no!" Then Martin with his seconds were going
Yeah.
Yeah.
spitting them on the field. He just laughed. I thought that was
Oh,
a funny
yeah.
story.
We went to a lot of movies in that Mascot Theater. And it's still there too.
And the drive-in they used to have down there, remember?
The drive-in, yeah.
Yeah. Down out of town.
That was under the viaduct
Mhm.
down, right down
Turn
in
left
there, yeah.
out there. Yeah. Yeah. So that was the good old days.
Yeah, the 50s were the good old
Yeah.
days, I think.
Luann, was you born in the 50s?
50.
You know, them Lindermans from,
Yeah, Jeff.
we're I'll talk to you later after we're done here.
Huh, the Lindens, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's about all I can say about Marty. I would say a pretty good
So
good
you called
person.
him Marty?
Oh,
Too?
that's me. Marty.
Oh, Marty, yeah.
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 Actually, we had a nickname for him. You know, Martin was pretty heavy set in school.
Mm-hmm.
Not overly heavy set, but he always had a belly over his belt,
Yes.
Two belly.
and we called him Two Belly.
I
It kind of stuck,
Yeah.
you know. But everybody in Mobridge, it seemed like, had a nickname.
yeah.
I said,
And what was your nickname?
I had 2 or 3 of them. Let's see. The one I didn't like is some of them guys called me Sugar, and I didn't like that. I had, what the heck, Ace, my brother was Alan Kane. His nickname was AC, and mine was DC. We was in a radio class together. But I mean,
Jerry, do you have a nickname then?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Jerry, I can't remember whether you had
I don't know. I imagine they said stuff behind my back, but I don't
We
remember.
probably had a nickname for you you never heard of.
Right. Yeah. I don't remember ever. Really that I can think of, but yeah, Marty, Two Belly Erck.
Yeah.
I remember that. I didn't think about it till. My brother Tom was good friends with Martin.
Oh yeah.
They were good friends.
Yeah.
My older brother Tom.
Yeah.
Now, was Martin the same age as you guys, or are you guys a little younger than him? Or how's
Martin
it
was
work
a
there?
little bit older than I was. I think maybe less than a year though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was 2 years ahead of me, Martin.
So
I think
more-
you guys.
I
were
think
with-
Martin would. I'm 83, and Martin would probably be turned 84 by
Okay.
now. I don't know when his birthday is, but do you?
I
No.
think it's in December. I wanna say
December?
the second week of December or something.
Well, he was probably 84 in December.
Okay.
Was he? I knew he was older. Of course, I didn't really equate to the.
Yeah.
We
I
all
would
seemed like the
So
same.
was he the same age as your brother then? Was your brother a couple years older than you?
Yeah.
And that's why
Oh, yeah.
they're
Mhm.
sure.
Tom, I think, was younger though. Tom was how old? Tom
Well, he
be
was
now?
2 years older than me at one time. Our birthdays when they'd
He'd
fall.
be
he was
about a
1
year younger than me, I think.
Yeah.
He'd
Tom-
probably be 82.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they were Tom. It was Marty must have been pretty good to be friends with Tom because he was so damn wild too that you know.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but they were always good friends.
To be wild and Mowbridge meant what though? Was he staying out late or like to have a good time, or what do you mean by being
He
wild?
was mean. Tom
Oh.
was a terrible fist fighter.
Oh, is that right?
He'd hit somebody
Oh,
and
man.
they'd knock him so cold. And then he'd have to kick him in the face.
Mm.
Oh yeah. He was a
Big
nice.
man.
And there's a guy with two personalities.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
He could be the nicest guy that
Yeah.
you ever, but don't piss him off.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, did Martin ever get in a fight himself that you know of, or anything?
Oh no, I don't.
I don't think so.
Mhm.
He would never, like I said, he was. I think he was really a kind person, Marty.
Sure.
I don't
Sometimes.
think he'd ever.
Sometimes people just got in a fight because they stood up for something. Once
Well,
in a
yeah.
while or
Well,
something, too. I
Martin
just
would.
wasn't
I
sure.
mean, he didn't. Don't worry.
Mhm.
Down there at the base, he run his shop.
Mhm.
You know, and he run it. He knew how to run it. And I'll say a colonel or one of them would come down and try to.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't back down. That's the way it is.
Mhm.
He wasn't certainly
Did
not
you
a
guys
brown
have-
noser.
Did you guys have inspections out there like they do in the military or not?
Yeah,
Like they inspect your shop
all the time.
or something?
Oh yeah,
No kidding.
yeah. It was like I said, I got out of the service. I didn't really like it, but it was like it being in the service. out
Yeah.
there. They'd come in the shop all the time. We'd have vehicle inspections, you know, and
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
Thank God we didn't have a rifle, or we'd have had rifle inspection.
Yeah.
So, mhm.